Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video here on my channel. Today I decided to make a video about color coding and how I use it in my pocket-sized planner and how beneficial color coding is, at least for me, and maybe you can find some inspiration with this, and maybe this could help you out in whatever planning instrument you use, whether it's a ringed planner, like a binder style planner like mine is, or like a coil planner, or just any form of planning that you need in your life. Okay, so let's get started. Let me show you. This is my, take my tab out. This is my month spread, my monthly spread within the calendar section of my planner. Okay, and this is what I mean by color coding. Okay, I know there's a lot of color going on right now, but I'm just going to briefly show you how it is currently in my planner for the month of September, and then I'm going to show you how you can apply this with a different spread, just like you'll see. So this is what it looks like in my planner, okay, currently for the month of September 2018. So these little circles is what I'm talking about. See how, because my planner is so small, I can't really write within each little date. I could, but I'd have to write really tiny. And I like the size of my planner. I don't want to go bigger or anything like that, and I like to keep it kind of simple. And so having these color coding system, for me, it really does help. And I have this little like other area that I could jot more stuff down if I needed my color coding to be a little bit more detailed. But that's what it looks like currently in my planner. So let's go ahead and show you how you can apply this, and how I'm going to try to explain this a little bit more. So I already made a little template. Okay, I made this template just black because I didn't want all the other like decor colors to be distracting, because like I said, I want this to be just a video about how you can color code and apply that to your planning. Okay, quick side note, my kids should be napping. My son's not napping, my daughter is. You might hear her in the background. She's in her room in her bed, but you might hear her. That's what that is. So I did this exactly what it would kind of look like in my planner. Where is it? Oh, I took the tab out. Okay, so there's mine, and there's, you know, it's roughly the same. You don't have to use this spread. This is just what I'm using, the type of spread that I use for my planner. But again, tweak it however you would use it in your spread. I'm just showing you how I use it, and then see if you like this idea and apply it in whichever way you want in your spread. So I didn't want to be like specific like month or year for this, but this is it. So what I have in my planner at the very front, and I find it very beneficial for me, I have this Starbucks gift card. Okay, and I use this Starbucks gift card because this part of the card is, you know, clear, it's transparent. So I can put this over anything and I can see my background, okay? And if you can tell, I have like 3 hole punches in there. You can buy stencils, you can make your own stencils with laminating sheets. This is what I decided to use just because this gift card I had, it is, you know, pretty thick, and it fits perfectly inside my pocket planner in this front area. See? Okay, so that's what I use. And then, again, because I don't want to write anything within my calendar, I have a color coding system. I'm going to show you or tell you what mine is. You don't have to use the specific colors I have for what I have, but the whole point of this is that you come up with your own color coding system that you remember over time. So when you open up to your monthly section, you're like, okay, yellow means, I don't know, birthday. So there's a birthday coming up on the 4th of whatever month that is. And over time, it does help you so there's less writing within your, you know, monthly spreads. And even if you use a big planner, that could be beneficial, because then let's say you have some stuff that you want to put in there that aren't really reoccurring every month, you could write those out. But then because you're not writing everything out in your calendar, your monthly calendar spread, it's not taking up so much room because you are color coding. So again, these are hole punches just from a regular hole punch. Okay, and then I use red. These are the Paper Mate Inkjoy gel pens in 0.7. Briefly, this is what I use for my monthly spread, just for this setup. So I use a Sharpie pen, okay, to do the actual like outlining of my spread, and then the days, Sunday through Saturday, in the Sharpie pen. And then I use the excuse me, Parku erasable gel pens for the numbers, because I always mess up a lot, and these are nice because they erase and I can just fix my errors, and it's still like a gel pen, it's not a pencil, which is nice, in black ink. And then I write everything in like side notes, or usually the month and the year, in my Precise B5 RT Pilot pen. This is the guy I use writing everything in my planner. But when it comes to color coding, I use Paper Mate Inkjoy pens. Okay, so I use red, this like light blue, green, I guess you could call it fuchsia, and then yellow. Okay, again, you don't have to use these same colors, but let me just, the principle's there. So let's move these aside, kind of get them out of the way. Let's start with red. I use red for any bills, okay? That's what I use. So I use my little stencil, my homemade stencil, and let's say my rent is due or my mortgage is due on the 1st. Most people's is. I usually highlight every number, but again, I don't want to put so much color in this spread to like distract, you know, the overall point I'm trying to get across. So I'll put the stencil right there, and because this is transparent, I can see the background, and then I'll trace, and then I'll kind of fill in just like that. It's not perfect. Let me zoom you in. You see that it's not like perfectly filled in, and I kind of like that. I kind of like that it's not like, okay, so there's a bill on the 1st, and let's say I have one, my internet is gonna fall on the 5th. So again, I'll circle it, color it in. And let's say I have, I don't know, my water bill or my utilities are on the 19th. Okay, and then my Verizon bill. I'm just kind of scattering these around so you can kind of get the idea. Okay, and let's say it's, I have another bill here. All right, so there we go. Red for me is bills. So now I know where all my bills fall. Okay, number 2, or I'm sorry, the second color I use is the blue, and I use blue for, both of my kids I think are awake, oh my god, is for, I have 2 children, so I use blue for doctor's appointments. Okay, so let's say my daughter has a doctor appointment on the 11th, and let's say I got sick, so maybe I have an appointment on the 14th. Okay, now this tells me I have a doctor's appointment, but it doesn't give me all the details. The details that I would put for a doctor's appointment, that would be in my weekly section. So in there, that's where I'd probably go in and put more detail. If I wanted to get more detailed with this, I'd go in with my Pilot Precise B, this pen, this guy, and then next to it, I'd probably put like at, I don't know, 10:45. Super simple. But again, most likely I would put the information in my weekly spread, okay, not so much in the cube, but you could do that if you want to, okay? So that's blue, is doctor's appointments, okay? And then green is kind of pretty obvious. I use green for payday. So let's say we usually get paid Friday. I think most people do. But I don't know. So there's my paydays. Okay. So green is pretty straightforward. This isn't purple. This is that fuchsia violet color. I don't know. This is actual purple, but this is, yeah. I use this color for birthdays or anything, like my brother-in-law's girlfriend just had a baby shower, so I use this color for her baby shower. And then we also were gonna go to the ballet Under the Stars, this like event, and I use this color as well. So let's say we have a birthday coming up and it's on the 27th. Okay, there it is. So this is for birthdays and or events. Okay, and then the last color I use is yellow. Yellow is for holidays for the most part. So let's say this is the month of October that, you know, I'm working on. So the 31st would be Halloween. So that's what yellow is for. It's subtle, it's not really in your face, that's why I like using yellow. Or let's say this is November, right? So I believe Thanksgiving is the 4th Thursday. Is it the 4th Thursday? It's a Thursday, right? If I'm wrong, I'm a terrible American. I'm sorry. Right? And then for Christmas, it would be the 25th. I also marked down for December, the 24th, Christmas Eve. And then again, I would do the 31st for New Year's Eve. You know, whatever, things like that. So I use yellow for holidays. So that is the colors I use. Now for me, I already know, I know what my colors mean. If you're starting out, I would suggest making yourself like a little legend. Whether it's like by cutting a little piece out and then putting it on there. You can do it on a sticky pad and then kind of like moving it along, like sticking it or using it within each spread. But because I have this little like notes/other section, if you are just starting out to color code and you don't know what everything means, what you could do is just write your little legend within your spread. I use grid sheets just because I actually just converted over to grid sheets. I was using blank pages and it just kind of helped me out. So I'm just going to go in here and then there's red. I'm going to write I'm going to put down every color I use, okay? And again, this is going to help you just, you know, remember what each color represents within your color coding system. So it's just a little legend. And, okay, writing is always hard for me to do in these videos because I'm left-handed. Because I write with my page, with my whatever, you know, my page is 90 degrees for me and I can't. Okay, so for me, red is bills, blue, doctors, appointments, that fuchsia color, B-days / events. I know I'm not writing like super neat, but you know, it's for the sake of video. You know, if you're applying this to your spread, it doesn't have to be super detailed, but you know, write it so that it's nice and it's visible and legible. Green for me is payday, and then yellow is holidays. Okay. And then you could even just, I use my little ruler as, or my little stencil as a ruler as well, which is kind of nice. So there's my legend. So there it is. The nice thing for me, and the reason why I picked these colors, is because I have these colors within my calendar in my phone. These are all, I can add all these events, bills, whatever on my phone, and that's usually what I do. I put them in my phone first as like a rough draft, and then I'll finalize it in my planner. And all these colors that I picked specifically for myself are little color coding colors that I can pick within my calendar app in my phone. So the same color coding system looks the same in my planner on paper as it does in my phone, which is digital. Okay, the nice thing about the digital planner is it's a shared calendar between me and my husband, so my husband can go into his calendar on his phone. We use Android, and we share the same calendar. He sees the same stuff I put on there. That's why I use the digital calendar, because it helps me and my husband as well. But I like using the planner, the paper calendar, just because, hey, I'm a planner girl, and secondly, because this is more for me, and I really enjoy this. I like having my full month like visually played out like this, so I can see which days fall where within the month, and then having this color coding system helps me see where everything falls without there being like too much going on, like, you know, like writing wise. So that's it. That's what my color coding system consists of. I hope this has helped you. I hope you can somehow apply this to your planning strategy. It's super easy. It really does help me out. I used to use these highlighters. Like, I used to make my little circles with my black ink and then go in with these Yobi highlighters. But I realized that was a little bit harder because depending on whatever I drew the circles in, sometimes, you know, my highlighter would just get like ruined. You see that? So I don't use the highlighters anymore. You could, but I really enjoy using the Papermate Inkjoy pens. And again, just to kind of wrap it up, I'll show you exactly what it looks like again on my planner. So there it is. I kind of tracked, I have a little YouTube post on YouTube Tracker, which I haven't been filling up. Again, see how like on the 14th I had two of those like fuchsia colors. One was for the ballet, one was for a birthday, and over here I specified whose birthday it was, you know, to the 14th. But again, that was also over here on my weekly spread, okay? So it's nice to see it all on here. And yes, I decorate everything else, but it's still, it works for me using the color coding system. It really works for me. And I hope this idea, this concept helps you out. So yeah, I hope you like this video. I hope this helped you out in some way. I hope it gives you some sort of inspiration. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.